Shri Ram Madhav, Shri Suresh Prabhu, and Shri Shyam Saranji. May I commence by complimenting Shri Ram Madhav on his latest book that is both expansive in its exposition and incisive in its analysis. From the individuality of the early human to the social contract of conservatism juxtaposed against wokeism, this book covers a diverse array of topics, all discussed in great detail and analyzed in a very objective manner. My profound congratulations to Diksha, Shri Ram Madhav's daughter, who stepped in to do the heavy lifting to bring this work to fruition. Daughters are indeed special. As it is with all delectable menus, and so is it with books, there are certain partakings that you may savor, and others that may not be so appetizing to the palate. But that is the nature of the discourse, and that is the nature of scholarship when it is presented in a very cogent and articulate manner. As Mr. Ram Madhav outlines in the preface of his book, this book is all about the experience of the outgoing liberal world order built by the West and the possible shape that the incoming one will take. In other words, the moot question is, to paraphrase what Antonio Gramsci had written about a century ago, is the post-World War II order dead and the new one yet to be conceived, and therefore, do we exist in the age of monsters? Or are we back to the old order as it was conceived in the 17th and the 18th centuries? The latter seems to be more the case. Given Ram Madhavji's estoppel about not discussing the contents of the book in great detail, which I think is injustice to an author, because ultimately it is upon the readers to really read the book in its entirety and come to their own conclusions. Let me then try and present an alternative scenario which may be food for thought for Mr. Ram Madhav's next scholarship. As we speak, as Mr. Shyam Saran and Mr. Suresh Prabhu were rightly pointing out, there are unprecedented trade tensions across the world triggered by President Trump's attempt to restructure the international architecture of commerce. The Russia-Ukraine war that began in the February of 2022, the Israel-Hamas/Hezbollah/Houthi Iran conflict that broke out in the October of 2023, and the rise of China over the past 3 decades that has attained potential overtones in large parts of the world beyond the immediate Chinese realms in North Asia, Southeast Asia, and South Asia. The added dynamic is the latest India-Pakistan standoff, the worst after the Kargil war 26 years ago, and now the US bombing of Iran. Modern strategic thought is essentially an European construct because of the experimentation with ideas and the impulses of colonialism. As Mr. Madhav rightly points out on page 18 of the introduction of his book, that the arrival of printing in Europe animated Renaissance, Reformation, and other humanist movements. In addition to this, it also gave structure to contemporary strategic canons.